Grand Rising world, Grand Rising, beautiful queens, right here, Elizabeth. I love every one of you and all who are watching even later on. Love is just in the midst here. We truly love one another and support one another. And it is November the 10th. So we're getting closer to all the turkeys are running. They all gathering together. Now, this is what you got to do now. See, over there you hide, and then over here, and when they start running, you intercept right here, and and I'll block it.
Listen to you, girl. The turkeys talking to each other.
They trying to figure out their game, and so today is Friday. It's passion and purpose, and what are you passionate about, and what's your purpose for your passion? Because they're always connected. And just have a great time in life. Just enjoy it. Just take it and just enjoy it. Just have fun. Say it with your chest. Okay, I am Queen Aduni, and my beautiful young partners, Lolly, Mariah, Tolbert, and we are just here to celebrate life, talk about a few things. I got some information, videos I want to share with you that will whoa! So get your pen and pencils and stuff ready. I always like to let my young partner, who is just so involved in so much. She reminds me of myself at her age. So you're on the right path, baby. Have a wonderful time.
Got a pen like that?
Makes me feel fancy. It's my
fancy.
Boo.
What's up, Lolly?
Nothing much. It's Friday and it's a full day, but it's a good day, and I'm grateful.
Yeah.
So I know I gotta talk to you later, but that's a whole nother thing. But I'm grateful. I have some things to share as well. And yeah, it's good energy today. Good energy.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and share, boo.
Oh, okay. Well, I had a few things about marketing. And I also wanted to relate some of those things about marketing to our own value, but we can get to that later. So if it's cool, can I share a little bit about that? Is that okay? That's okay, y'all?
It's okay.
Okay, all right. I don't have my fancy light today, so I look a little dark in this room. That's all right. Okay. So can I have the power? Please. We're gonna get through this today. Let's see where we at. Here we go. First and foremost, before I do that, because I feel like I'm just being like, hey, y'all, marketing. Okay, first of all, just want to see where your head is at before we even get there. I just want to see where your head is at. So since we're talking about marketing, tell me one thing you used this week or today. One thing you use, so a product or a service that you use that you really appreciate.
This Lolly, let's just take a moment, and with that very question that you have, for us to center ourselves. And then so let us start with that being the meditation of what we did, and then we can share. You want to take it from there?
Sure. Okay, so yeah, let's take a moment to center ourselves and do that. One thing we always talk about, especially since it's November, is gratitude, right? And so at the end of the day, no matter what you do in life, what you use, what service you provide, what service you utilize, There's a sense of gratitude that we all have. So I think it would be good to start off with that, just taking a moment to take a deep breath and think about what we are grateful for in general. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, let's do that. We're gonna take a deep breath in and release gratitude. Even thinking about the oxygen and nitrogen and all the chemicals, natural chemicals in the air that we have to use for our bodies to function. Take a deep breath in. Releasing gratitude. Thank you for the space that we are in. Thank you for the opportunity to be in conversation with other like-minded people. Take a deep breath in. Release gratitude. Thank you for the mechanisms that we use to be able to communicate and to grow with each other, like our laptops, like our phones. Thank you for that. Thank you for those who invented those things. Thank you for the spirit that works in our minds and in our bodies to allow us to create. One more time, take a deep breath in. Really fill up, and this time release all the gratitude. Give it all out, give it all out, give it all out, give it all out. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Ashe. Now, boom. Let's get into what you're grateful for. What is a service or product that you are grateful for this week? Anybody can go. I'm grateful for this banana. Listen, this banana right here, like, first of all, whoever created bananas, they did a really good job. You know what I'm saying? And so I know that these may not be like the original bananas, but I appreciate the whole service that someone had of growing the bananas in their establishment, a banana farm. Is it a banana farm? I don't know. But all the banana trees, I thank them for that. And then the transportation systems that were used, the services of the transportation that was used to get the bananas to me, to the store, so I could get there. So I'm grateful for that. And then the store is a marketplace, literally in and of itself. So I'm grateful for the marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my banana, and I did not have to grow it myself. Mama do I see you?
Yes, I just want to say about the banana. When I went to Jamaica and saw how they grow, I was overwhelmed that they grow this way. They grow like this. That's how they grow.
How?
Like that. They grow like that. They grow up. That stem goes up. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they hung, but they grow up. And I was an owl. So I want to say yes. Yes to the banana.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And I'll go ahead and go next if you were done, Miss Lolly.
Yes.
I have to tell you.
I'm enjoying your space, Mama Het.
Yeah, I just cleaned it on up right quick for the show. I was going to say one thing, but I think I'm going to change. The service, no, actually, the creation of a thing that I'm grateful for is this vessel, my Merkaba, my body ship. And I'm glad that I'm able to study and learn and know about it and how it operates, and learning if I take care of it, it will take care of me, and being my bestest friend for my whole experience here on this planet. So that's what I'm grateful for today.
Oh, I like that, bestest friend of your own self. I love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And with me thick and thin, whether I was nice or naughty or whatever, it's there. So yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lolly, ask your question again. We got some new people on.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So right now we are giving basically what we are grateful for, but more specifically, is there a product or a service that you've used this week that you're grateful for? Let's talk about it.
But
That Lakeisha, you about to say something, girl?
Yes, I can go next.
Okay.
I am so thankful and grateful. Let me get off this vibration plate. I am so thankful and grateful for my company, Natural Living by Design Products. I'm so thankful and grateful that the products that I use really truly help. Like my my heart formula, since I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, I love that product. I just love the products. And I'm so thankful and grateful for the products. And I'm so thankful and grateful that other people enjoy our products and it's benefiting them in their life. So I'm thankful and grateful for Natural Living by Designs, health and wellness products.
Come on, shameless plug. You make body butters too, right?
No, well, we don't make anything. Everything we have is through a manufacturer.
Gotcha.
But we do have some amazing whip butters that smell
Yes,
good
because
and
I
go.
bought one from your mom at the Elizabeth Visionary Conference. And I was so sad when I was running low and then I left it in the car by mistake and then it spilled on the carpet and I wanted to cry because that is like the best smelling and wonderful whip body butter I have ever used.
I'm so
Thank
Well, at
you.
glad.
least the car smelled good.
It did. The car smelled wonderful for a long time until I got rid of it. So, I thank you. Yep.
Yeah. Some of them now we have a soap to go with it. We have two products where a soap goes with it, the mango butter
Oh, don't
and
tell me that. Don't do that.
pie. Coconut papaya. Yes, they smell so good. I just have to say.
All right. Well, I still gotta get earrings from Mama Evelyn and I gotta get now a soap and body butter from you. This is okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Lakeisha. Who's next?
I'll go next. Well, I'm grateful for my castor oil because moving a couch last week, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I just pushed it. I didn't pick it up, but I hurt my shoulder some sort of way. And then yesterday, I go to reach into the refrigerator and hit my elbow and jam it again. So now it really hurts to lift it. And I'm like, oh. So we put the castor oil on there and I put the pause patches on there. So now it doesn't hurt so much. But I'm going to go to the doctor and have it looked at and see what it is I have to do holistically too. Yes. So I'm grateful for the Elizabeths. Y'all my products. I'm grateful for y'all. I am grateful for all the learning I have done the past year. I am grateful for A Course in Miracles and just the way it made me think differently because I have this, I have the funeral to go to tomorrow. And like I said, RJ's dad may be going with me. May have to go and get him. And whereas before I would have said, I don't want those. But I said, no, I will be a blessing. And that is the blessing to be able to take him because he doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a job now. And just, give him some love and light and just to have things work out for him. But yeah, so we're going tomorrow. Or I'm going tomorrow. I don't know whether he's going with me, but yeah. So I'm just grateful for just learning what I'm learning. Being a little hard-headed about some things like sharing. Rev. She said, call me if you're going through some stuff. And I don't know. That's that ego. But anyway, we're about to make him go sit in the corner so I can have my healing.
I heard that.
Grand Rising, everybody.
Grand Rising. That is awesome, Mama Elizabeth. I said Mama Elizabeth.
I'll take it.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mama Evelyn, thank you. I just wanted to pull up this. I've never seen this before, and I don't know if I have any plant friends in here, but I just had to pull up what this castor plant looks like. Okay. And now I just can't imagine right now what the process would be to make the castor oil from this. I don't even know where like they're derived or how to grow it. So having that castor oil is definitely a necessity that, and you were able to get access to that product because of a great amount of services that work together for you. So you have products and services that are utilized for you to have that so that you can get some relief. And that is so beautiful. So shout out to that. Awesome.
Castor oil. I think castor oil is one of those oils that should always be in the holistic medicine cabinet. You should always have castor oil.
Mhm.
Because I know I have the wool flannel in the refrigerator always ready to go if I ever need to do a castor oil pack. Which a lot of people, when they talk about the castor oil packs, they always talk about how it helps with fibroids if you put it on your womb center for fibroids. But if you put it on your liver, I can't tell which one is the right side or the left side, you could detoxify the liver or anywhere that you have lumps, bumps, tumors, cysts, or whatever. You can put that wool flannel with the castor oil on there and let it sit for about 30 minutes with a heating pad. And it literally will help drain all that stuff off. I mean, castor oil is a bad, good, I say bad, I mean good oil to just always have. Just always have it.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
use it with when I'm, in my hair oil that I just use for my hair and my face, and it's castor oil, grapeseed oil, and coconut oil.
I like castor oil will help regrow edges and eyebrows.
Yes, I learned that last night.
And if you get a spoolie,
did not know that.
which is the mascara wand, you can put it on there and put it on your eyelashes at night. It will moisturize them and make them grow. So you don't necessarily have to wear lashes. You can just put that on there and let it, be a part of your beauty. And you can put it inside your belly button. It's navel pulling. You could lay it in the put it in your belly button and just any kind of oil. Depends on the oil. Like I know castor oil is good for detoxification, coconut oil is good for moisturization, jojoba oil is good for moisture. But it's something about putting it in your navel and just let it sit for like 30 minutes, and it will somehow, it's supposed to do something for your whole body.
Yes, because there's nerves in your navel that go to your brain directly. Yes, indeed.
Like I've gotten used to.
Question.
What's the question? I'm sorry.
No, I wanted to ask. Mama had said something about. Let me go to the chat. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, moles. What does it do for moles?
It'll make them
know.
go away. It'll make them go away.
Oh, you mean like these tags, these skin tags? Yeah.
I like to call them meatballs. My daddy had two. I used to always play with when I was hugging him. Yes, the castor oil will remove the moles. It will remove the moles. And be careful putting it in your belly button because it will make you eliminate it. It will make you eliminate.
Yeah, it's a natural. It's also a natural laxative. So if you ain't gone for a while, you can use castor oil to make. Oh, and also doula tip. It will help induce labor naturally. Castor oil.
Mm-hmm.
So castor oil is like multi-purpose.
All right. Well, okay. Let's get back to our initial question.
Yes. Okay, so just a reminder before we get into talking about marketing a little bit more, I just want to hear about what you're grateful for and specifically what product or service you used this week that you are grateful for.
Right now, I'm grateful for my dehydrator. I am cutting up my fruit now so I can put it in there and make my own little snack. So I am very grateful for that and whoever invented it. That's it.
Well, yes, I was thinking about one of those at some point. Not right now, but at some point, so I can make little little, what is it, the little fruit roll-ups.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm a big kid, but I don't want to eat the fruit roll-ups no more. So
Okay.
let's see. Thank you for sharing that. Who is next? Anybody?
Well, I will say that I am so thankful for the tambourines. Oh, Papa Jesus. I am so grateful for when just the first person who heard the sound and said, let's put this together. Yeah, put that over there. Where they gonna hold it? Well, put something right here. And then they came together and there's a tambourine. The tambourine brings me joy, makes me dance, it sparks the heavens, and it will drive any band if you know what you're doing. It will drive them. It will drive them. I love it because it inspires me to move. And where I played years ago from the, in the church when we didn't have music, it was the tambourine. And now the tambourine drives the band. Ashe, thank you for the tambourine.
Yes, that tambourine does some work. Okay. That does some work. Okay. And anybody can make a noise maker.
Yeah.
But to make a tambourine with the sound quality that's necessary and the strength to endure all of that hitting, that takes a very unique skill. So shout out to whoever made tambourines that you use. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I know we got a few more people. Anybody else want to share? What is a product or service that you are grateful for that you used this week?
I'm gonna go. I'm thankful and grateful for, I'm gonna say, CapCut.
My sister just woke me up this morning and was talking about, do you use CapCut? Why?
Yes, I absolutely love CapCut. I created a video through CapCut, and it's like it just makes things so much easier. Like, I don't think a lot of people understand, the tools that we have now, we didn't have 5-10 years ago. So it was creating marketing wise, period. It's just making it a hell of a lot easier to create things that need to be created. And I'm also gonna say, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna say YouTube, the MP3 video converter. Granted, I do not like using it because it takes too much time to do this and do that and do this. But I'm working with some people. I'm working with them to get the audio that's needed to do what needs to be done. So it's definitely these free tools that are out here that makes it so easy to create.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the word free.
Mhm.
Then
No, the free.
they get you, and now I would like that over there. And then before you know it, that credit card is coming out.
Mhm.
The free version does a lot. But when
It
you go into
does.
the
It does.
it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Canva. The free version does a lot, but that pro version unlocks so much more, creativity is ridiculous. So I'm like, but you can do a lot with that free version, especially their template. I mean, if you don't know how to work it, just don't go for a template. It's drop and play, and you can drop and play. And they do have tutorials. Both of them have tutorials now that you can actually take a tutorial and learn how to do what you need to learn how to do. So I say take advantage of it. Just take advantage of it.
Yes, indeed. I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out and actually use it. I use some other things, but I've been hearing a lot about CapCut, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a go, especially since I make my own videos most of the time. So
Yeah, I like it because you can do it on your phone. I like it because I can do it. I can switch between my phone, my iPad, or my laptop.
yeah,
So we can switch it up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
good stuff. Good stuff. Anyone else?
Let's get on to the marketing.
Okay.
I got some things I want to share as well. So go. Let's
Okay.
start it, baby.
All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, we'll likely just get through step 3 today because we talked about our 5-step marketing plan. And I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen again. All righty. All right, so we went through what marketing was again. I'm just going to keep saying this particular part each time just because it's important that we know. So marketing is the process by which companies engage with customers, build strong relationships in order to capture value from consumers in return. So if you don't remember what your objective is, remember when you have a product or a service that you want to give out, your goal is to build relationships and capture value. Okay. So that's what marketing is. And in the 5-step process, 1 was understanding the marketplace and customer wants and needs. So we talked about what wants and needs meant and the difference between those. Number 2 is design a customer value-driven marketing strategy. And then when we talked about the different types of strategies, and the best one was just the overall marketing concept, which really included both all of the quality, included the value, customer value. It included, what else did it include that I'm missing? It included what they actually need from your service. And then we were careful. We were talking about not having marketing myopia, as where we're so worried about being a perfectionist that we never put anything out. We don't want to be that. Sometimes sometimes I can be like that, but I'm no longer going to be this way. Okay. And 3 is construct an integrated marketing program that delivers superior value. So that's what we're going to talk about today. All right, so let's go down. Boop, 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 boop. All right, preparing an integrated marketing plan and program. So your marketing plan should include which customers it will serve. So remember, we started asking some of those questions last week, is who is your customers? What is your, in other words, there's the M word. M word, it starts with the M, y'all. So simple word, who is your, it's okay if you don't know, it's market. It's just market. Who is your market? Who is your target market? That's all. So that which customers you will serve is your target market. How you will create value. Okay, so what is this? So we talked about the castor oil, for example, right? We are understanding that castor oil has health benefits. So of course, when we market our castor oil, because we got the best castor oil, we are going to market how beneficial it is so that your customer, your client, your person, it's like, I see the value in this. So that when Mama Evelyn walks by in the little grocery store or the herbal shop or wherever she gets her castor oil, she's like, you know what? Someone told me about castor oil. Let me pick this up, because you've marketed its value. All right. And then your marketing plan is going to include your active strategies for relationship building. Active strategies for relationship building. So remember, marketing is building relationships, literally, it's building relationships. So what strategies are you using to build those relationships? And then you have your marketing mix. Does anyone have any idea what a marketing mix is? No? It's okay. It's okay. Because guess what? I had no idea either. I'm like, what is a marketing mix? Like, it's a mixer? No, a marketing mix is literally just what you use. What tools are you going to use to implement your marketing strategy? So I know I have at least 2 people that have products or services in here. So if I could get 2 people to just answer the question, what tools do you use to implement your marketing strategies?
Well, I know one that I can use because I know that it's available is the CapCut. That could help with my marketing using other tool apps, I guess you could say. So apps to help deliver your visuals, if you will.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Anything else that anybody uses currently or knows about, wants to use?
Yes. I use Wix Video Maker. I really
Oh,
like using the Wix Video Maker. It's really, really good.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah, I like
And
using well, I just videotape myself and and then I'll upload it to Facebook or Instagram. Is
gotcha.
it
Okay.
it just
Social
seems
media.
more it's easier for me to do that than to deal with, you know, uh make the flyer, and it's just easier.
Okay. I bet it is. But I'm still gonna put flyer on here because you did bring up something that people still do use. So that is a tool, flyers. How about billboards? People still use billboards. You still see billboards. You still respond to billboards. There's a billboard around where my sister stays at on Grand River, and it says "Kiss My Butt," but it's a church billboard, and it's a lips on it, and it says "Kiss My BUT," not BUTT, and it's basically saying like "But God." But it attracts a certain group of people. It attracts a certain market. And so my mom was sitting in the car the other day and she's like, let me stop for a second. My mom was sitting in the car the other day and she's like, why would they do that? They take it too far. And I was like, Mom, you're not the target market for this. She's like, well, but they don't have to do it. No, you already in church. You're not the target market for it. They are looking at people who are attracted to those type of billboards, those type of sayings, that type of energy that they put on the billboard. It was like real black. It looked sultry almost. It was a black billboard that had red lips on it, So they're looking for people who are going to be attracted to that so that they can read more and then be interested in what service they provide. Right. So that was a target. It starts a Mama Head. Yes, it starts a conversation. It makes folks look more than once. Right. So literally, they are doing their job. They are marketing at its finest and they know who their target market is. If they wanted people who are already in their own churches, they would have just put a Bible verse up there. But they know if somebody didn't want to just automatically read a Bible verse, they see John, they see Genesis, they see something, and they're like, oh, I'm done. That's not gonna attract the people that they want to attract. They gotta attract them in a certain way. So people use a lot of different tools. We did talk about social media. So we talked about reels, we talked about and post and putting videos on Facebook. Those are active ways to market. We got newspapers. I don't know, I don't know, maybe I don't read the newspaper. I'm gonna be honest. But there is a target market in the newspaper. Okay, so there's certain demographics that read the newspaper. So if your target market is within those demographics, you're gonna use a newspaper. So it's really about thinking. That's one of the main reasons. You know what? That is why knowing who your customers are is huge. So that's when people are like, "Well, I work with everybody." That's good that you'll work with everybody, but everybody does not want to work with you. Everybody does not want to use your product. So if your goal is to market it, you have to think about those people and how you will reach those people. Because if it's powerful enough, you will, and you got to just have the right strategy. All right, cool. So with that being said, we're gonna get into what's called the 4 Ps. 4 Ps of marketing. And I am going to share my screen again. We back to the presentation, y'all. All right. So the 4 Ps. The 4 Ps. I keep thinking about this song. It's like push your P, push your P. If I was like a marketing instructor for real, like at a college, I would like play that rap song and then like everybody be like, hey, I'll be like, all right, what's the 4 Ps? Anyway, the 4 Ps are, we're gonna start with this one. Product. Okay. The second one is Price. The third one is place. And the fourth one is promotion. Promotion. Now let's get into a little bit more details with this. So with product, your product is a need satisfying market offering. Okay, so we talked about I'm trying to use an example other than mine. I will use an example other than mine. We talked about the dehydrator, right? The dehydrator, that is a need satisfying market offering. I want to make fruit roll-ups, but I don't want the processed sugar that everybody has in their little fruit roll-ups and the gelatin and whatever else they put in there. I don't want it. But I still want fruit roll-ups. So how am I going to get it? I want fruit roll-ups. Oh, a dehydrator, because I could blend some fruit up and then lay it out and then dehydrate it. Yo, that's amazing. Now my need for a fruit roll-up is satisfied by this market offering, which is the dehydrator. See how it all worked together? So a need satisfying market offering. All right, boom. Then let's get into price. Now this is pretty self-explanatory, but we're gonna get into it anyway because we gotta know our worth, you feel me? So price, you gotta charge for the offering. Okay, it's cute. We do a lot of things for pro bono. Okay, and it's good to do things pro bono because you can create some relationships that way. But once you really started to establish rapport and you've started to build those relationships, everything can't always be pro bono. Okay, especially if this is, if you're doing it just because it's a hobby, you just feel like it, you don't really want to make money off of it, nor do you need to make money off of it. That's not your goal or intent. That means you're actively being like, I don't want this abundance at all. Then okay, by all means, continue. do your thing. But if you are like, I'm accepting, I'm receiving this abundance in my life, regardless if this is a hobby or this is what I really want to do. Okay, now let's charge. Let's figure out like what are we accepting? What is the value here? Because remember, when we talk about marketing, one part is building relationships, the other part is attaining value out of that relationship, right? So your value, if it's monetary, for example, is what it is that you're charging, what people are paying you for your service. All right, and with that, you got to know your worth. So my suggestion is to look at what other people are doing in your industry or with your service or product and to see where the relative price is. That's one way. Or if you've already started working within a price range and that works for you and your clients and you're getting more, then do what you got to do. Use that one. That's fine. Everybody's different. Everyone gives a different value. All right. Let's keep it pushing. Push your P. Push your P. All right, this third P, I'm sorry, is place. And for place, it is how you make the offering available. How will you make the offering available? All right, so last week or earlier this week, or some point, I think it was last week. I don't know. I think it was last week. I don't know. Mama Evelyn, you were talking about your earrings and some of the stuff that you were doing here. Like, I gotta stop making those because I make a lot of those. It's okay. It's okay if you make a lot of those, because guess what? Now you just gotta make it available so people can buy up all the ones you got. You can just make more, as many as you want, But it gotta be available, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Because if it's not available, then no one can buy it. That's like when you go to the store to get like your favorite, I'm gonna say oyster mushrooms. I go to Randazzo sometimes to get oyster mushrooms because when you cook them down and sear them, they kind of like chicken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're really good. Actually, really, really good. You season them and everything. Like it's. I put them in a vegan jambalaya before. My mama ate it. It didn't matter. It was good. Anyway, the point is, them oyster mushrooms is not always available, but I know somewhere in Michigan, somebody is growing some oyster mushrooms. Where they at? I can't find them all the time, and I want to eat my oyster mushroom fake chicken. Okay? I guarantee you, if it was available, I would buy it. But it's not. So you have to make sure if you have a product that you are making it easily accessible as well. So if you're using social media, there's a lot of different opportunities to use Facebook Marketplace or the little marketplaces. I don't know if they call it the marketplaces on Instagram, but there's opportunities there, or having your links available connected to your website so people can buy, or to your Etsy so people can buy immediately, putting it in people's face, showing people, popping up. I know we were um what was I gonna say? Lakeisha was talking about the pop-ups that she was doing, vending and things like that. You know, of course, being smart about where you're vending and all of that and the prices and all that, yes. But being available is the huge difference, because somebody would just pick up what is available, even if it's not the best. And if you know you got the best, come on, make yourself available. It's a gospel song to be like, Lord, I'm available to you. All right, you know what I'm saying? You got your product's got to be available for the people. You feel me? All right, and then lastly, engage and communicate and persuade customers. That's the last P, is promotion. Engage, communicate, and persuade customers. Okay. All right. So that is part of your promotion. There's a lot of different ways to promote. When we talked about some of those marketing tools, and we talked about the marketing mix, so that group of tools that we use. So the tools we use to promote our products, to make sure that we're engaging with those people and communicating. And communicating is huge, because a lot of times, sometimes a product is out of stock. And a company is like, look, I know our product is out of stock. We'll be back in stock next week. All right, cool. I'm gonna save my money. I'm not gonna spend it with nobody else, because you told me directly that we're gonna be back in stock next week. So I'm gonna work with yours. Or I'm gonna be out of office on vacation for 3 weeks. I'll be back on December 30th. I don't know, I'm making up numbers. But because you communicated with that, if you have a loyal relationship with a customer, that customer will be like, you know what, I'm gonna stick it out because she told me this, I communicated this. And it makes sure that you're able to keep those loyal customers. And of course, persuading customers. This is probably one of my most challenging pieces, is the persuasion part, because if you don't want it, then that's fine, that's cool. I'd be like, nah, you got it. Go ahead on, figure something else out. But no, sometimes you really got to put that extra effort in to persuade. I know me, which is funny. I'm talking about what I do when other people don't want stuff, but I also know that I could be kind of hard to get to, because it's like, why do I need it?
Yes.
Prove it to me. What does it mean? What's it about? I got all the questions, and I need to know all the answers, and then I might just actually get it, and I might get two. And then I might actually be a loyal customer forever until you stop making that product, just because. But if no one didn't do the extra effort to persuade me, I might have just been like, well, wasn't meant to be, goodbye. So with that being said, I would like, again, 2 people to share, and then I'm gonna share a little video, and then we're done. I'm not gonna over market y'all today. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna over market y'all today. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta keep it digestible. You feel me? All right. So
You're doing an excellent job, sweetie.
thank you. Better
Than
okay.
all the teachers that I've sat in up under.
Oh wow. Well, don't gas me up too much now.
Yeah, bring it down. Bring the head back down into the square.
Get to the square.
Into the square.
Side note, I just was thinking the other day, you know how people would be like, I'm so grateful to be in a room of whatever. And I was like, wait, I can now say I'm so grateful to be on a Zoom with whoever. It's great. It just rhymed. I don't know. Anyway. All right. So the 4 P's: product, price, place, promotion. Now, can I get 2 people to volunteer to tell me, what is your product or service? What is your price or price range? You know, you don't got to get specific on me if you don't want to. How you make it available. So basically where it's at, where people can find this product or service. And then how do you promote it? Okay, so if 2 people can volunteer to share those things with me, I would be so appreciative. Thank you, Lakeisha. I see your hand.
Love this show. I get a chance to put a plug in every now and then. So, our flagship product is our natural deodorant mist, which is multifunctional. And we market it several ways through business to business because our deodorant is in 22 stores. Also, we market it on our website. We market it, I call it grassroots marketing by doing multiple pop-ups at different events. We market it by letting people smell it. So we'll have a strip of paper and we'll spray the paper so that they can smell it. We used to do their hands, but sometimes people don't want you to put different stuff on their hands because they've been at different stations and different things like that. Yeah. So we spray it and demonstrate it, and that is one way that we are able to market it. When we are marketing to the stores, I typically have a pamphlet, a binder folder, see-through with a picture of the product, and I have my sales sheet, our line sheet, and our capability statement inside. And it's a different approach, and they like, wow, I really like your presentation. And so I think being different and having those things, the sales sheet, the line sheet, the capability statement on the information that we provide really helps us to get our product in the stores.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mama Head, I see your hand raised.
Oh, Lakeisha, the price. Did you talk about price?
The price. Okay. So most natural deodorants are very expensive. And ours just went up from, is now $8.99. Some of the stores, when they purchase the products from us, they are in the stores for $9.99. I've even seen them as high as $11, and the consumers still buy them. So because we're going to go ahead and try, well, we're going to try again Amazon Black Accelerated Program. We're going to have to go up as well. So we tested it for the first time this weekend, and it was $8.99, and they went just as well as they did at $6.99. Then it went up to $7.99. Now they're $8.99, and they're still selling.
I'll play $11.99 to keep myself fresh.
Okay. Listen, it beats having boils.
Yeah, it lasts.
Right.
Yes. But they don't know, and they don't know what the other price was. So all you're just presenting that price, and okay.
Yeah. So we kind of like test it, test the market out.
That's I work with, Lakeisha. I appreciate it.
What I would like to do is, what I plan on doing in the future to increase, I'm hoping that it will increase the value, is to put them in like a box with the logo, the picture on it, and have like a variety, 4 of the products in there where they could be used as a gift, for Christmas.
Like the Easter bag.
With the company logo on it, and I think it will make it upscale the product to more value. So that's my goals, is to do that.
This Christmas?
No. Well, who knows? Who knows? The energy is coming, it's flowing. So who knows, baby? Who knows?
I know that's right. All right.
I've heard so much about it, and I want Sheena, because Sheena buys that from Walmart. What is it? Thrive? What is it? Hive? It's a natural deodorant. Anyway, and it's fine. And I don't know, when she asked me about purchasing something, and it's something that I know, like Lakeisha has, it's like, I don't want to try hers first, I don't, Walmart got enough money.
Right.
Oh.
You know what, Mama Evelyn, that for that very reason, that's exactly why I thought it was important to have her bring the product to us. Because we've been in spaces together with her selling it, but I wanted to make sure that we showcase that's what Elizabeth's about. What you're doing. And so that's why I wanted her on here. So I'll be calling the rest of you because everybody has something to share. Okay.
Yeah.
I
I think I would
be a good topic for probably me and Danielle is packaging. Sometimes people don't really realize the importance of packaging.
Oh yeah, it make a difference.
yeah.
And
Like, we might need to have you on our show, girl, with all this information, this marketing information.
I'm learning as you learning. That's all.
She has her own show. What you mean?
hey, Friday on a Friday, Monday. You know how we do.
Friday, Monday. Friday, Monday. Right. To be continued.
Right. I was gonna share one thing that we could do is to help us get in, to understand your product. I saw an Elizabeth assembly line. I'm doing deodorant. I'm putting the deodorant in. Somebody put the confetti. I got a lot of confetti. Somebody was throwing it away and I kept it. I got stuffing. So we could put your package together for, okay, Juanita's cancer is coming up. So maybe we'll do some packaging for an auction or her, one giveaway or whatever. You know what I mean? For the event or raffle, whatever. Yeah. So thank you. Okay, so I did have my hand raised because I wanted to talk about okay, so my price, well, let me talk about the why. My promotion, I guess it's promotion. The promotion for the Netter Knot, that's what I call my crochet business. Netter Knots was put public because Isis was going on a trip to Japan and that was my fundraiser. So that's what made me take it from just word of mouth and on my couch to social media. So my place was that I use social media to share about the Netter Knot. And my price is according to accoutrement. If I have if I've done some more if I put some more on the product, that's what dictates the price. And the product is my number one product is the scoop, but I also make other items. And it usually comes when somebody says, do you make? And I go, no, but then I say, okay, I'll do it. So that's how the Netter Knots was started.
Well, what's your price range though?
Oh, I didn't say it. I talked about it, but I didn't say it. So I start at 25 and go up to like 40. And depending on how much, when I do my big blankets, I only charge $80. I need to work on that. It's more so for my mental therapy, really, with the creations. But I make throws, or I call them my big ass scarves. Those I use like 9. I might make them 9 feet long and 6 thick, whatever the width is, whatever happens. So I've gone as high as 80. I know it probably could be.
Yeah, for that big, yeah. And what's it's a big, no, not big like ASS, but big as AS, and that would be read the same. It would still read the same.
I usually say a big A scarf. I don't really say ass. I usually because they're, like they would fit on what's the baby Snuffleupagus.
I'm thinking about like naming something, but I think that's what y'all talking about because it's kind of breaking up. But the big ass scarf, a big ass quilt. Well, I thought about a little child. Mama, I brought you your big ass.
Oh, and I'm glad you said that, Queen, because another thing I plucked the bottom of the scoops and made where you could drop your little baby, you could drop your baby in there and carry.
Oh,
I'm
wow, girl,
like,
that's sweet. Mm-hmm.
there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get somebody to do it and then take a picture or video of it, so people can see how it could be utilized. It increases the value. It won't be me. I have no child to give you for that. But
You have to wait a few years.
just, yeah, wait a little bit. I'll let you know when that happens. I'll get a scoop from you.
But you know what I do, Lolly, is I ask people to take pictures of them wearing them. So I
Yes.
do that coming back part. They do my friends do that. They do that. I ask them, send a picture of you in it. Da 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 da. So yeah, I do that, and then I add that to my promotion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Well,
Y'all got this. I
well,
appreciate that.
yeah, they got it, but I need it. The thing is, you know, and talking with Lakeisha the other day when she came over and hung out, um, she was showing me earrings that you can buy for like what 32 cents a pair, and that could increase my product line because the earrings that I make are I'm making them less time consuming because I'm cutting down on the process. Because when I print it on an inkjet printer, because of the ink, it has to dry for a minute, and then I have to put some sort of cut, like I use like a matte medium or something to give it a coating to protect it, and then hope that it doesn't smear while I'm putting it on there. And what I realize is that I need to print them out on a laser printer, and I don't have to worry about that, but I still would put a coating on there. So that cut out a whole lot of hassle. And then I hand punch them out. I have a hand punch that I have, different sizes of round. And if they're going to be like rectangular, if they're going to be really big earrings, because sometimes them sayings need to be said and they need to be big and they need to be square and not round off the corners. So it's labor intensive with the ones that I make with the sayings, because I make my own ear wire. I make the board that they're put on, but I'm tapering that down too, because once I get my logo together, get them printed on some labels, and then all I gotta do is stick it on the board that I use and put the earrings on there. So for that part is labor intensive. So my hiccup has always been, say if I approached what is that, Flows over there on Willis. If I approached them with my earrings, I wouldn't want to hiccup in the turnaround. Oh, we need some more of this saying, or we need some more of that saying, so that would be that I would need to invest in a laser printer. And then when it comes to my dowels, I wanted to put them in a kit, but how much do I charge for the kit? Because I put a lot into the kit.
So that's what you have to sit down.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I've written it all out. I've written it all out and I've priced it all out. So I do have that. But then,
and then you have
the
to include your time, the time that the time that you took to make that. And so we've been successful at our vendor events because you have things to fit everybody's price point. When people go out to these events, they want to buy, but everybody can't buy an $80 this, $100 this. They done. Some of them only got $50, but they want to try to help patronize everybody. But when you have something for everybody's price point, you end up making more money than everybody else there, because you got some $5, some $2, some $10, some $15, some $20. You got everybody's, price point. And I know sometimes, artists and people who make things and they just, and their products are really, really good. I say continue to do that, but just add, like you like the African stuff. That's why I wanted to show you the different earrings and stuff, because you can include that, or you can make a part of your brand if you find a manufacturer that meets your quality. You know, what's the bottom line? It's to make the money. That's what you want, increase your income. And to try to do it yourself, maybe once you make enough money, you can open up your own manufacturing company, then you can make those stuff just like that. What is your income? Want to have your own manufacturing company? You can have your own manufacturing company right here in the city of Detroit and go ahead and make your earring. And you better take.
Well, that's what Mama Het was talking about with the Go Forge, that laser cutter. Is that what you were talking about? Because that's what Stephanie goes and just whips out them Detroit earrings. What is wrong with my computer? Anyway, I'll have Sheena figure it out.
You said Glow Forge and she felt some kind of way.
How old is your computer? How old is it? How old?
It's just my computer's just a couple of years old. No, it's just lately. Now, this is just in the past week. Okay, somehow when I'm on a Zoom call, or even if I'm looking at a full screen video, it will just go back into the screen and just be up here. And when we're on a video call, when we're on the Zoom call, it'll blink out and then it'll come back, but it'll blink. Anyway, so we'll figure that out. Sheena's the tech, she'll figure it out. But because I was asking around I need a tumbler, because I got some copper pipes. You can make beads out of copper pipes. You can make the barrels, but you need a tumbler to polish them up and get the burrs off so that they're smooth. Because I'm not going to sit there and polish them and sand them by hand. So anyway, just, we can have our own little, I was looking for a maker space. I know there was one. I don't know what happened to it. It was a place that had all these, and I know it's further out. There's a place that has all the equipment for jewelry making, to cut stones, to polish stones, to make cabochons. And for like $25 a year, you can go there as much as you want and do your product, but that's way up somewhere.
Right. Well, Mama Evelyn, I'm gonna start a Glow Forge jar, and we can house it at your house, because you would probably use way more than I would. I'm gonna make a Glow Forge jar, and I'm gonna start putting, when I make a scoop, sell a scoop, I'm gonna put a Glow Forge percentage in that jar, and we're gonna get us a Glow Forge, because the smaller one, I know the big one runs like 4,000, but the smaller one's on 11 something. We could make that happen. I'm gonna make that happen. I want to have you to have that. I think that'd be great, and then I'll just get some things made. But yeah, let's do it. We're gonna make it. Man, it'd be bad if we go in together. Hey, pennies count. Pennies add up. There it is.
Yeah, they do.
Awesome, y'all. I appreciate this conversation. We're going to continue to learn our worth, especially as we learn how to include our work time and the tools and materials that we need, and also learning how to make things more efficient so that we can make more. It's all a learning process, so I'm here with y'all because I'm learning too. But I want to give y'all this quick video. It's only 5 minutes. It's really about increasing your value. It's a little parable, I guess you could say. And then I'll be done. So thank you again for joining the marketing conversation. This actually spurred from when I didn't know what was going on in my life, and I was applying for jobs, and one of them in cannabis was a marketing thing. But I was like, I don't really have all the background, so I started studying myself. So this is what this is. This is the fruit of me studying. So just so y'all know. But let me share this video with y'all, and then I'll hand it over.
Allie, make learning fun.
Oh, yay. Thanks. I don't like being bored. And I'm like all over the place in my head. So I do my best.
You did this market. The one thing that I loved about your presentation is that you had it set up, but it was interactive. And you formed it as we went along, and that's light. I really liked it. I really love the methodology. This may be your niche right here. You know, the teacher.
It might be.
Teacher.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So here's our quick video, y'all.
Once upon a time, a man went to Gautam Buddha and asked, "Oh Lord, please tell me, what is the worth of human life?" Gautam Buddha smiled and gave him a shining stone and said, "First go and find the worth of this stone. Go to different shops in the market and tell them that you want to sell this stone. But remember, don't sell this stone in any case." The man got puzzled with Buddha's reply, but without saying anything, he took the stone and went to the market. First, he went to an orange seller and asked him about the worth of the stone. Orange seller took the stone in hand, looked it, and replied, "I will give a dozen of oranges for this stone." The man took that stone back and went to a vegetable vendor and asked him the same question. The vendor also took the stone in hand, looked at it, and said, "Take a sack of potatoes and leave this shining stone." The man was still not satisfied with all these answers, so he kept going on. Next, he went to a goldsmith and showed him the stone. Goldsmith was amazed by the shine of the stone and said, "Sell me this stone for 1 lakh gold coins." The man was surprised to hear this offer, but he refused this offer. The goldsmith then got ready to pay him 5 lakh gold coins. The man said, "My teacher has told me not to sell this stone to anyone." Finally, the man went to a diamond merchant and showed him the stone. When diamond merchant saw this beautiful and shining stone, he could not believe his eyes. He was mesmerized by the beauty of the stone. The diamond merchant first laid down a red velvet cloth and then placed that stone on it and bowed before it. Then he asked the man, "Where did you find this precious stone?" Then he said, "Even after selling the whole world, we cannot estimate the worth of this ruby stone. This is priceless and invaluable." The man got puzzled with the variety of the experience he just had with different people and went straight back to Lord Buddha. Then he narrated his story to Buddha and asked him, "Lord, please tell me now, what is the worth of human life?" Buddha smiled and replied, "You see, my friend, the orange seller quoted 12 oranges for this stone. Vegetable vendor said 1 sack of potatoes. Goldsmith valued the stone at 5 lakh gold coins. And finally, the diamond merchant said that this stone is invaluable. The same is true for human life. In fact, you are a gem, but people around you will value you according to their status, knowledge, and capacity. But do not worry, as this word will also identify and find your true value one day." If we see in our lives, then we will find that often people do not know their own worth, and that's why they settle for far less than they deserve. The value of your life depends on where you place yourself. People will understand your value as much as you will value yourself. If you underestimate your worth, then you will get less from this world. And if you feel yourself worthy, then you will get more out of this world. Most of the people just allow anyone to evaluate their worth. But people who know their true value will just refuse to accept the opinions of others. They refuse to be defined by anyone because they know that their value is set by themselves. not someone else's opinion of what they are worth. Therefore, don't let people put a price on you and you set your own price.
Mm, mm.
That was good.
I'm
I
sorry.
heard the self-value, like talking with Reb yesterday. It's so many things embedded in that message. I appreciate that. And whole America, where we started with the word America, that I am race. That made me think about that too.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Mama Evelyn, before we go to the next section, and it said it right there, that you were your jewelry. And I like what Lakeisha's talking about. When I go to vending and they'll have something, I say, well, what is it that you make? And they'll say this, and here's the price. But we have these other things. And if I can afford, maybe something that I want from over there, at least I'm still spending money with the person, right? So you have to set your own value. And people would call the shop and say, I want what was it? The goddess braids. And goddess, where you braid and it come up and then you do all this, right? Or no, it was the latch hook. Okay, and when I tell them the price, which was $150, and they say, "What? Why you charge that?" and so I just said, "Well, somebody else," and I said, "Well, then you should go to someone else." But the quality of our work warrants this price, and I understand. I understand that you need, you can't afford that, so you set your price. I also had 2 girls in my shop. In my first shop, I had and there was 2 girls, and one, her name was Alice, and she would be super sharp. I mean, we were like twins, looked like twins, people would say.
Right.
And she would, she'd come in sharp and just, everybody wanted to be like Alice. So the other girl would say, well, why does she get all the clients? And her work was just as good as the other. And I said, it's her presentation. When they walk in, they see Alice and they say, I want to look like her. And so I know she'll know how to make me look like her. The girl that next week started dressing and was pulling them in because her presentation was different. They would say, yeah. And Alice one time charged almost double what someone else normally would charge and would get it.
Yep.
She would get it. Yes, she would. I said, y'all better look and watch and learn. Because
That's smart.
So your
You have on my earrings.
It's quality, sweetie. If I can't boost you up to ask for what you want, this is quality. The stones and all that. And when person comes to you, you can tell them what the stone, you can educate them so that they know, what they have and the value and all that stuff. So they might have decided to buy that, but then you just showed them this. And it's black and white, and that was black and white, but this is going to give me this type of energy and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I'm gonna kick in that extra $10, $20 or $100.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that, Queen Aduni, because if you educate them like, hey, this is this kind of stone, and this stone means this, this stone is a very expensive stone, and then I had to do this. When you tell them the process, then they don't mind paying. They can understand when you tell them, and this took me 2 hours or 3 hours to make this piece. Or when you let them know and you being authentic with it,
all the love you put in it.
all the love you put in it, they understand and they will go ahead and purchase because they didn't know, they just looking at it. But people don't really see all the work that went into creating this beautiful piece of art.
And people and some people, they want to pay more. The value could be the same, but just because you charging more, I want to be able to buy this,
Yes.
Or they'll say, you know, because I know I've said it, you know, yeah, I really like this. Can I get your card? Because I'm gonna come back, especially down at the African World Festival, because I'm coming back Sunday. You go get your money together and come back and get what you really
Right.
love. So I really want you to take that in your heart, because all of us is telling you your stuff is top notch.
The
And
craft.
what the sister that you was talking about, what's her name? Stephanie.
Mhm.
Stephanie's stuff is not cheap. It's not,
No, it isn't.
and she cleans up. So
She does. She does.
yeah, you know.
She does.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, also, Mama Evelyn, you can set different prices and see how it's received, because Ifoma told me, Ifoma, the brother who does the art, murals, and body paint, and photographer, and wall hanging. Ifoma says sometimes sometimes the higher price makes people they say, oh, this is valuable, I need to have it. He said price sometimes, if it's too inexpensive, they be like, oh no, I don't want that. But I do know, I love when you talk about, when you're making it, how you talk about your craftsmanship and how you make them efficiently so that they don't break. I get a lot of from people, and if Mama Head can't, if it don't last with me, then you didn't make it good. And I don't think but I'm going to, because I feel like 514 wouldn't break yours. Because I've had jewelry, the stuff falls off of me. I'm like, y'all didn't make this well, because I'm tough. I'm tough, okay? They made right. I'm a fine, you know, they fall off and this piece is coming apart. So when you sit and talk about how you take time to blah, blah, and that's why the promotion is important, because then people will say, oh, I need to get a pair of these earrings because they're going to last. They're not going to fall apart like this.
I mean, look at that. Look at that.
Fall apart.
That's long. I don't have to worry about it falling out of my ear. I've had them for years. They're not, you know, rusty or nothing like that. Girl, you got it going on. Lakeisha.
So when Lolly had shared that video and it was talking about self-worth, it kind of reminded me of the conversation that I had yesterday. So, you know, people treat you how you allow them to treat you. So if you treat yourself with love and respect, you demanding it, then people will treat you accordingly when you know your value, when you know better. And also when it comes to relationships. So my nephew is, you know, been coming over here for a while. I may allow him to stay with me for a little bit. And so my sister-in-law kind of like adopted him, not legally, but she raised him. And she was expressing how she loves how the family just takes to him. And he called me Auntie Keisha. He called her, you know, to her brothers and sisters. But because of the love that she has for him and the love and how she comforts him, that's why we respect him like that, because of all the, you know what I'm saying, the worth that she puts around him. We have the same worth for him, you know, as well. And when you're in a relationship, you know, if your mate don't respect the relationship, then other people don't tend to respect the relationship. But when you put value on your relationship, other people will value you, you know, will value your relationship. So I just feel like it kind of like aligned on your self-respect and how you carry yourself and how you view things. Other people will value you when other people value you. You know what I mean? Did that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
You know, because if the man don't respect your relationship, the family is gonna, he be cheating on her all the time. He be this, he don't respect you. So the family really not gonna respect you. They gonna look at you like you ain't important because you ain't showing that you important. I'm important to you. Right. So I just always kind of notice how people will treat you based off of how other people treat you or your mate treats you or how you value yourself. If you value yourself, then other people will value you as well. So I really liked it that you showed, Lolly.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. So get them doggone jewelry so I can put it at the shop. Doggone it. Listen, Jacqueline yesterday brought up a video that And she said it was like just about 13, 14 minutes. And so I watched it yesterday, Dynamite, and I really want to share that. It goes right on into how we're thinking and, you know, what we've all been talking about. So sit back and, or stand up
Yeah.
or stand on your head, whatever you want to do. Let me see. Oh, not that. See, not that.
Yeah. I watched it too. I was like,
Isn't that powerful?
yes. So
Okay. All right, Lord, let it be loud enough. Okay. And
oh, this one? No, I didn't see this one.
was that the one that she showed? Oh, well, no, not this. Let me see here. Let me see.
You were talking about the one with the conversation. The guy was talking.
Yeah. This is supposed to be it. Let me stop share. Oh, no, this is one. Okay, got it. This is powerful. I have to do that next Friday. Because I want that one, but I want this one. Is a shorter one. Here we go.
Motivational,
The human body is actually not a thing, but a process.
Humans were healing and recovering
consciously, because every person, everything, every place, every experience has.
Step into Wix Studio, the new web creation platform built for agencies, where creative freedom and absolute efficiency always click.
Don't you love commercials?
Exceptional websites are delivered at any scale.
Marketing.
People wake up in the morning, they begin to think about their problems. Those problems are circuits of memories in the brain. Each one of those memories are connected to people and things at certain times and places. And if the brain is a record of the past, the moment they start their day, they're already thinking in the past. Each one of those memories has an emotion. Emotions are the end product of past experiences. So the moment they recall those memories of their problems, they all of a sudden feel unhappy, they feel sad, they feel pain. Now, how you think and how you feel creates your state of being. So the person's entire state of being when they start their day is in the past. So what does that mean? The familiar past will sooner or later be predictable future. So if you believe that your thoughts have something to do with your destiny, and you can't think greater than how you feel, or feelings have become the means of thinking, by very definition of emotions, you're thinking in the past. And for the most part, you're going to keep creating the same life. So then people grab their cell phone, they check their WhatsApp, they check their text, they check their emails, they check Facebook, they take a picture of their feet, they post it on Facebook, they tweet something, they do Instagram, they check the news, and now they feel really connected to everything that's known in their life. And then they go through a series of routine behaviors. They get out of bed on the same side, they go to the toilet, they get a cup of coffee, they take a shower, they get dressed, they drive to work the same way, they do the same things, they see the same people, they push the same emotional buttons, and that becomes the routine, and it becomes like a program. So now they've lost their free will to a program, and there's no unseen hand doing it to them. So when it comes time to change, the redundancy of that cycle becomes a subconscious program. So now 95% of who we are by the time we're 35 years old is a memorized set of behaviors, emotional reactions, unconscious habits, hardwired attitudes, beliefs, and perceptions that function like a computer program. So then a person can say with their 5% of their conscious mind, I want to be healthy, I want to be happy, I want to be free. But the body's on a whole different program. So then how do you begin to make those changes? Well, you have to get beyond the analytical mind, because what separates the conscious mind from the subconscious mind is the analytical mind. And that's where meditation comes in, because you can teach people through practice how to change their brainwaves, slow them down. And when they do that properly, they do enter the operating system where they can begin to make some really important changes. So Most people then wait for crisis or trauma or disease or diagnosis. They wait for loss, some tragedy to make up their mind to change. And my message is, why wait? And you can learn and change in a state of pain and suffering, or you can learn and change in a state of joy and inspiration. And I think right now, the cool thing is that people are waking up. Most people spend 70% of their life living in survival and living in stress. So they're always anticipating the worst case scenario based on a past experience. And they're literally, out of the infinite potentials in the quantum field, they're selecting the worst possible outcome, and they're beginning to emotionally embrace it with fear. And they're conditioning their body into a state of fear. Do that enough times, body has a panic attack without you. You can't even predict it because it's programmed subconsciously. So people become addicted to the rush of those emotions, and they use the problems and conditions in their life to reaffirm their limitation, so at least they can feel something. So now when it comes time to change, you say to the person, why are you this way? Well, every time they recall the event, they're producing the same chemistry in their brain and body as if the event is occurring, firing and wiring the same circuits and sending the same emotional signature to the body. Well, what's the relevance behind that? Well, your body is your unconscious mind. In a sense, if you're sitting down and you start thinking about some future worst case scenario that you're conjuring up in your mind, and you begin to feel the emotion of that event, your body doesn't know the difference between the event that's taking place in your world, outer world, and what you're creating by emotion or thought alone. So most people then, they're constantly reaffirming their emotional states. So when it comes time to give up that emotion, they can say, I really want to do it. But really the body is stronger than the mind because it's been conditioned that way. So the servant now has become the master. And the person all of a sudden, once they step into that unknown, they'd rather feel guilt and suffering because at least they can predict it. Being in the unknown is a scary place for most people because the unknown is uncertain. People say to me, well, I can't predict my future. I'm in the unknown, and I always say the best way to predict your future is to create it. Not from the known, but from the unknown. What thoughts do you want to fire and wire in your brain? What behaviors do you want to demonstrate in one day? The act of rehearsing them mentally, closing your eyes, and rehearsing the action.
Rehearsing the reaction of what you want? Or
the action of what you want. By closing your eyes and mentally rehearsing some action. If you're truly present, the brain does not know the difference between what you're imaging and what you're experiencing in 3D world. So then you begin to install the neurological hardware in your brain to look like the event has already occurred. Now, your brain is no longer a record of the past. Now it's a map to the future. And if you keep doing it, priming it that way, the hardware becomes a software program. And who knows, you just may start acting like a happy person. And then I think the hardest part is to teach our body emotionally what the future will feel like ahead of the actual experience. So what does that mean? You can't wait for your success to feel empowered. You can't wait for your wealth to feel abundant. You can't wait for your new relationship to feel love, or your healing to feel whole. I mean, that's the old model of reality of cause and effect, waiting for something outside of us to change how we feel inside of us. And when we feel better inside of us, we pay attention to whoever or whatever caused it. But what that means then is that from the Newtonian world is that most people spend their whole life living in lack, waiting for something to change out there.
What do you mean the Newtonian world?
Newtonian world is all about the predictable. It's all about predicting a future. But the quantum model of reality is about causing an effect. The moment you start feeling abundant and worthy, you are generating wealth. The moment you're empowered and feel it, you're beginning to step towards your success. The moment you start feeling whole, your healing begins. And when you love yourself and you love all of life, you'll create an equal. And now you're causing an effect. And I think that's the difference between living as a victim in your world, saying, I am this way because of this person or that thing or this experience. They made me think and feel this way. When you switch that around, you become a creator of your world, and you start saying, my thinking and my feeling is changing an outcome in my life. And now that's a whole different game, and we start believing more that we're creators of reality. And most people, when they have a thought, they just think that that's the truth. And I think one of my greatest realizations in my own journey was, just because you have a thought doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So if you think 60 to 70,000 thoughts in one day, and we do, and 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts as the day before, and you believe that your thoughts have something to do with your destiny, your life's not going to change very much, because the same thought leads to the same choice leads to the same behavior creates the same experience, and the same experience produces the same emotion. And so then the act of becoming conscious of this process to begin to become more aware of how you think, how you act, and how you feel. It's called metacognition. And so then, why is that important? Because the more conscious you become of those unconscious states of mind and body, the less likely you're going to go unconscious during the day. And that thought is not going to slip by your awareness unchecked, because it means to know thyself. The word meditation means to become familiar with. So as you become familiar with the thoughts, the behaviors, and the emotions of the old self, you're retiring that old self. As you fire and wire new thoughts and condition the body into a new emotional state, if you do that enough times, it'll begin to become familiar to you. So it's so important, just like a garden. If you're planting a garden, you got to get rid of the weeds. You got to take the plants from the past year and you got to pull them out. The rocks that sift to the top that are like our emotional blocks, they have to be removed. The soil has to be tenderized and broken down. We have to make room to plant a new garden. So primarily, we learn the most about ourselves and others when we're uncomfortable. Because the moment you move into that uncomfortable state, normally a program jumps in. When that program jumps in, it's because the person doesn't want to be in the present moment and engage it consciously. If you're not being defined by a vision of the future, then you're left with the old memories of the past, and you will be predictable in your life. And if you wake up in the morning and you're not being defined by a vision in the future, as you see the same people and you go to the same places and you do the exact same thing at the exact same time, it's no longer that your personality is creating your personal reality. Now your personal reality is affecting or creating your personality. Your environment is really controlling how you think and feel unconsciously, because every person, everything, every place, every experience has a neurological network in your brain. Every experience that you have with every person produces an emotion. So some people will use their boss to reaffirm their addiction to judgment. They'll use their enemy to reaffirm their addiction to hatred. They'll use their friends to reaffirm their addiction to suffering. So now they need the outer world to feel something. So to change then is to be greater than your environment, to be greater than the conditions in your world. And the environment is that seductive. So then why is meditation the tool? Well, let's sit down.
9-year-old Ariella has a lot of hobbies. She loves to draw, read, and dream about her future.
Let's close our eyes. Let's disconnect from your outer environment. So if you're seeing less things, there's less stimulation going to your brain. If you're playing soft music or you have earplugs in, less sensory information coming to your brain, so you're disconnecting from your environment. If you can sit your body down and tell it to stay like an animal, stay right here. I'm going to feed you when we're done. You can get up and check your emails. You can do all your texts. But right now, you're going to sit there and obey me. So then, when you do that properly, and you're not eating anything or smelling anything or tasting anything, you're not up experiencing and feeling anything, you would have to agree with me that you're being defined by a thought, right? So when the body wants to go back to its emotional past, and you become aware that your attention is on that emotion, and where you place your attention is where you place your energy, you're siphoning your energy out of the present moment into the past, and you become aware of that. And you settle your body back down in the present moment, because it's saying, well, it's 8 o'clock. You normally get upset because you're in traffic around this time. And here you are sitting, and we're used to feeling anger, and you're off schedule. Oh, it's 11 o'clock, and you usually check your emails and judge everybody. Well, the body's looking for that predictable chemical state. Every time you become aware that you're doing that, and your body is craving those emotions, and you settle it back down into the present moment, you're telling the body, it's no longer the mind, that you're the mind. And now your will is getting greater than the program. And if you keep doing this over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, just like training a stallion or a dog, it's just going to say, I'm going to sit. And the moment that happens, and the body's no longer the mind, when it finally surrenders, there's a liberation of energy. We go from particle to wave, from matter to energy. and we free ourselves from the chains of those emotions that keep us in the familiar past. And we've seen this thousands of times. In fact, we can actually predict it now on a brain scan.
So can I just say, wow.
Especially the part about the mind and the three, what did he say? What was it? It was the first part where he was talking that in between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, that in between stage, where if you meditate, you can change your behavior, change a behavior that you, that got me yesterday. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's one of those you have to listen to again and again
And again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like the part where it says just sit yourself down and talk to your mind and say you're going to just sit here. Like, I feel like that probably would be very powerful in my life because my mind is all over the place. Like when the gentleman that was on the show and he said it's June the 12th and how your mind is always multitasking. That is so me. Like, it's hard for me to just be totally present sometimes. I have to force myself to be totally present. Even listening to this, I'm listening to it, but then I'm doing this report that I can fax, you know what I'm saying? Not being 100% present. So I'm learning, I'm trying to practice to be 100% present in time and space now, like now. And I think that's really powerful to make your mind just sit still and do this and don't do nothing. Like, you know, because that's hard for me. If I just sit, I feel like I can't just watch it. It's like, it seems like it's something I'm always need to do. I need to be doing this.
Like, I could be doing this while I'm doing. I
I just never just. Yeah, you know. So I just think that was powerful. Loving mother.
And then you can pause life. You know, hold on, pause. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then I come back and I continue. And yeah, we can pause, but you can't pause everything.
Right.
They said that I thought was really when he was saying about when we wake up and then we think about the
past stuff.
We have just put that in our moment, in our now moment, or we are throwing it out there, which then is what we think is our future. Because when I go downstairs, and it was a mess so that's what I expect. You know, that was deep. That reminds me of Landmark. You know, putting the past in the future. Now we got to get the past out of the future and put it
right.
That's doesn't even exist, and be right present right now.
Can I just say something right here?
Yeah, I know. Clean it up for me.
Y'all doing it every day with the Course of Miracles. What he just said is the Course of Miracles in action.
Yeah.
Duh. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but duh. Every hour on the hour, stop and remember this lesson. That's the meditation. In the morning, when you first get up, do your lesson, which includes a meditation. It's right there. But I just want you guys to notice that it's right there, but it's still sort of going over your head as a practical way of getting to where you need to get to. Still going over your head. Because you're listening to him, not getting that that's what you're doing every day.
Yeah.
If you're doing it.
Yeah. Well, what I hadn't got before was a way to that, because you said about the conscious and the subconscious mind, but did you say about the what was it, the middle part he was talking about? I didn't get the name, but I'm gonna write it down because I'm gonna go back and look at the video again. But that made me stop and think, oh, that's why meditation is important. See, everything so I got it. I got it.
Right, because every day in Course in Miracles, every lesson is meditate.
I was gonna say that.
Every lesson says meditate.
Mm-hmm. So are we doing the work?
Yes, doing. Yep.
That's it. Still come down to the same damn thing. And guess what?
Yeah,
and guess what, ladies? And guess what, ladies? I don't care how much you analyze it. I don't care how much you try to figure it out. It's still the same thing, and it's simple and it's easy. But our egos don't want us to get it, because to get that is to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Rev, you know, when he was talking and I heard him use the term, I said, this is the wealth consciousness that Rev is. I was like, it was just in big bold letters. Rev and O'Mine.
This is the part that
Rev, let us see you, boo.
Oh, okay. This is the part of the conversation that I have to deal with myself, because even what Baba is saying, I'm saying a lot of the same stuff that Baba Gabri is saying.
Yep.
Right. And but what I deal with is that piece in the Bible when Jesus, got that he was Jesus and he tried to help his friends and family, but they wouldn't listen to him. So he had to go and talk to some other people that wasn't his friends and family. That's how I feel a lot. I'm like, well, maybe I just need to go talk to some other people, because the people I know, they don't quite get it, and it becomes a big fight. Because
that's that prophet ain't a prophet at home. Is that? Wait
a minute, say it again, Mama.
The prophet ain't a prophet at home.
Exactly. I deal with that. I deal with that a lot. It's like the last time we circled up with Aziz, somebody had asked me a question, but they didn't believe my answer. And as soon as we got to Aziz, they asked Aziz the same question. You should have seen my head crick over there go, no, you didn't. But what happened? Aziz told her the same thing I said. Oh, so now I got some street cred. Okay.
Or when you tell somebody something and they come and some time goes by and they'll come back and tell you like they just heard it, and you like, you know what, you in your mind, I told you that 15 years ago. Right. But is it because we're in different places when we don't necessarily hear? Because I know I have some girlfriends. I have a couple girlfriends that when they check me and I submit, and other people check me and I be pushing back. I mean, like, no, but some of them, it's a different way that they deliver. I don't know what it is, and I guess
it really comes down to, Mama Hat, there's certain people that you give permission to support you, but if you didn't give that person permission to check you, no.
And I wanted to add on to that part. It was something that I was learning about within Buddhism, and this ironically, of course, something Reverend Amani said, but it was like that. This is what I heard, because in the Lotus Sutra, a lot of times you'll see this is what I heard. And it was broken down into, okay, so like if you are a Buddha, in order for you to hear, meaning to understand, to take in, you have to be in that space, that frequency of being able to take it in. So some things you'll say to people and it just gone.
Right.
They're not even in the place to receive that information. But when you meet with someone who is able to, in that space of I'm accepting and I want to grow, I'm accepting this and I want to grow, then that's when they'll receive it. That's when they'll hear it.
Yes.
Well, all of us go through that, where there's some area where they are the answer to someone's thing, or and they don't get that respect. I remember when I did the first natural hair show, and I had invited some of the baddest, they were pioneers. And I asked him, why they didn't show up? I wanted to honor them, give them something and stuff. And he said, but who are you to honor? That's what the guy, that's how people feel. Well, who are you to honor? But from out of town, I could be honored out of town, but here in the city, and I was like, wow. Well, I shouldn't have to be anyone just to acknowledge how wonderful you are and what you're doing in the community. That's Bottom line.
But that's that self-worth when they don't feel, sometimes they're not feeling worthy. You know, why are you honoring me? You know, and you saying, why not? You know,
and that's and let me say that was just what that guy said. That's how he said, well, maybe this, I'm like,
yeah.
But yeah, we all have those areas where we are not honored.
I'm gonna tell you
Or
something.
we don't feel like it. We don't, that might not be true as well.
Something else too, Queen, about that. Like when you first started, or really getting into that, like we have to really get present to new ways of thinking. Have so many new ways of thinking have come on the planet, and we are just giving and receiving are the same.
Right.
That's been all along. That's a new conversation. Back in the day, you couldn't really give nobody nothing. Honor them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They can't even be with that conversation because our self-worth was so in question with ourselves. So it's just like when you guys were having a conversation, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but here I go. Okay, God. When you guys were having a conversation with Mama Evelyn about her worth and her earrings and the work that she puts in and the love that she puts in, y'all can say that all day long. But until Mama had, not Mama had, but maybe Mama had, I don't know, because that's what came out.
I take it.
Until Mama Evelyn sit down and really deal with her own self-worth, instead of pretending like she got self-worth, she ain't gonna do it. She's got to get it for herself. That's that one. Y'all can pump her up, but until she really owns that and gets that for herself, I don't care how much you pump her up, it ain't gonna happen. However, if you take if she takes the conversation as information for her, like why are they having that conversation about me? Then she'll have to look. Mama Evelyn, you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
What do you want to say about what I'm saying, Mama Head? I mean, Mama Head, what are you doing?
Evelyn and then Mama Head.
She's sitting in that beautiful sunshine. She's sitting in that beautiful natural light. That's what's happening.
Oh, it is, because the light, my conversation is going straight to her. But she got something to say about what I'm saying too. But Mama Evelyn, you go first. Because Spirit just pulled Mama Head in.
I'm gonna tell you, this harkens back to, I'm getting it. I'm really getting it, and I'm really taking it in. I don't want you to think I'm not, because this has been ongoing throughout my life for a long time.
Okay, good.
That's how I got here. because her father was telling me back then, oh, you did this? This is fantastic. And I was taking it all in, but I really wasn't believing it. Yeah, okay, whatever. I made this woman a suit coat. And this is fantastic. I want you to make my wardrobe. Well, no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, okay, I did that. It's a one-off. Never taking pictures of my stuff. Like I'm wondering right now where some paintings that I did. I used to paint on a velveteen fabric, back in the day when, the velveteen and the naked woman and the picking out the hair. I'll share it in the chat. I got those pictures because my brother had came up and took pictures of me with my blonde streak. Oh my God. Anyway, and it was like I didn't embrace it. It was like just something I did, and so it's been a long time coming.
Okay, hold on. So I'm about to help you out right here, right? Because everything you just said was from the past.
Yep.
Yes.
Right there. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
So this is I just love you. I'm kissing you right now. That's so good. Because that's exactly what he freaking talked about. How we go straight back to the past.
Yep.
Straight So now I need you to fast forward to the now. Fast forward to the now. And in this right now present moment, what could you do to up the game on worth and self-esteem? One thing.
Set my intention today to put my work out there.
Okay, good. Set that intention every day until your work is out there consistently. Set it every day. Every day. That's your intention. Every day. Okay, so like I'm calling myself out last night. Last night. Last night we always supposed to put in, did we get our intention done? Accountability. The only one who did it was Deirdre. But I said today, I went to bed last night because after class I was done. But this morning I'm putting my intention in that chat so I can complete that, because that's my word. And that's what I gave. What's one of my 3 things? To be my word.
Yeah. I didn't put it in the chat, but I did. I completed one of the tasks. I did make the chicken and Brussels sprout. But once that
would complete it for us.
See, there.
Okay.
I did.
About having been complete, because how many projects we got that's incomplete? Oh, everybody got quiet on that one.
Look,
it made me think.
I'm incomplete. Because I got, you know what I'm saying? The incomplete, and this is one of the things, the reason what struck me was, one of my biggest always is it always rains after I wash the car. So I told myself, stop saying that, because I'm putting into the future what is going to happen. In the past, it has rained when I don't even need to say that either. In the past, but because I'm changing my thoughts, the way I'm thinking. I'm going to wash. How about I'm going to wash the car, period. Okay. And then using the word TRY because I want to focus on declaring as opposed to supposing. Did I want to try to graduate from college, or did I want to graduate from college? I went from, because I used to have a dream. Okay, no pass, no. Anyway, see yourself in these places, period. I'm done. Mm-hmm.
What do you want to say about the worth conversation? Any part of that, or no?
About the worth?
Worth.
Yes. The same, similar similarities. But if we're in a space, if something else is on our mind, people are sharing, we're not gonna hear it, because just as we're talking, I'm talking about me, the we in here, we're thinking about other things like, I didn't finish my homework. I went out last night and I was outside and I said, hey, you didn't finish your project. But I did take my pictures. I took one just now and I did take my before picture. So I need to post because I didn't follow through with that. I did make it to the basement, but that was only to get some yarn. So I thought about what I wanted to do in the basement. So my plan is
got a chance to see that we did some of what our intention was, and we didn't complete our work.
Mm-hmm.
So, right? So all it did was inform us and show us where we're missing okay, so we said we want all these things, and we had one little simple thing to do to see where we were in the game. We got a chance to see where we were in the game, and now what we got to do is up the ante, because if you do it every day, that intention will become law in the universe. And once you write it out, the intention will start to come to you to be fulfilled.
Mm-hmm. And maybe sometimes we aim, think about it. Am I aiming too high? Do I need to plan how I'm going to attack the basement? See, I didn't do that. What's the plan?
Let it flow.
Yes. So, I'm saying I want to clean up the basement. No, what I need to do is maybe go down, maybe take a picture and go down and say, okay, these are the things I need to work on. Make an outline. I was never one to make an outline. So, but I can make an outline. Okay, I did say that I want to put the artwork in a plastic bag. I know where the bag is. I can go in the car and get the bag and put the things. I could have went and done that, but I wanted to do this. So we need to make obtainable.
But wait a minute, but that's what I said to you yesterday. When you did your intentions, I was like, that's a lot, Mama Head. I told you it was a lot. You had to do to this, do to that. You had about 4 things. I was like, oh, girl.
Oh, but it was, okay. I thought you were saying the things that I had was too much. I didn't know you were talking about the actual item. See, and then there's that. The interpretation of what's being said is not heard or understood or overstood. There it is.
Yeah.
Process.
When you said all the things you were going to do today, I said to you, we bust out laughing. I was like, you're going to be working all day, ain't you?
But I was close to the base. You know what? But I was in the kitchen, close to the stairs to the basement. And I did go down there, but I got yarn instead. That coloring takes over. I love my coloring.
Yeah. Yeah. But that exercise is a great exercise. And I'm going to just continue to do it even for myself.
Okay, well, I'm gonna recap first I want to reimagine. I want to go in the basement and plan out how I want to attack it. I'm gonna do a plan because that's something I would like to work on is my plan.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Any announcements for this weekend, ladies? Any performances or Mama Head?
Okay. My brother, who's 2 years younger than I, he's my big brother, my big little brother. My brother is playing with the band, The Level Up, at Tony B's tomorrow at, I think it's 7:00. I put the flyer in the WhatsApp. He's good. He loves hanging around with the old heads, and they, my brother, he's an old soul. He's pretty good. He's a drummer and percussionist, so he's going to be playing at Tony B's over on 94 and Cass. The bridge is out, so you got to go around either Woodward or 3rd. So he's going to be there. And then Amani and I are performing at the Feel Good Friday at the Ann Arbor Museum tonight. I'll post that as well.
Okay.
It's a big event that they're having today. So, yeah.
Awesome. Anything else?
Lolly, what you doing?
Lolly, what you doing?
This
who is hot?
I think this weekend is yes, okay, sorry, give me a second.
The 11th, the 10th and 11th.
Okay, yes. So tomorrow I will be bringing my youth to an open mic to Andy Art Center tomorrow. Yeah, so they will be performing a couple of their songs and maybe surprising me with a poem or something. I don't know. So that's where I'll be tomorrow. I feel like maybe there's something else, but this is kind of a secret, but I just wanted to see what it was about. So one of my favorite herb shops in Detroit is Motown Witch. Off of 6 Mile or it's off of 6 Mile?
She's on Schaefer and 6.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, there's an event happening tomorrow, a Gede event happening that I wanted to check out. So yeah, that's that. But I don't have any performances, so that is all.
All right.
Anyone else? Lakeisha, where are you going to be vending at?
I am not vending this weekend. I have quite a few life insurance clients this weekend, so that's what I'll be doing. And cleaning my basement and my garage. So that's what I'll be doing.
You got your plan, Lakeisha? You got your plan?
I got my plan. Artist LeGrand is my plan.
All right. Anyone else? I did focus yesterday, and I got a lot done in one area, but I could not take a picture because I was going to bed last night because there was a stack, but I had to collate the stack, and so You know, I got rid of a lot of stuff and filed a lot of stuff, but then you wouldn't know the difference because now I got to go through them for today. And so
Rev, so Queen, did you do or did you not do what you said?
I did. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did. Now, how far? No, I mean, how far you get and how much of the work you do. But I did that. I focused on that.
Okay.
I got to this level.
Right, because you said you wanted to focus. Yes.
Had I taken a picture, I said, well, I said, I'll take a picture and then I'll explain. But we here now. We did not complete it. At least saying something. You know, but I did want you to know that I did the focus and the music.
All right, Ashe.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, you know, you can't have, you know, I love how when I'm cleaning up, the room it looked like the Tasmanian devil been through here. The chaos and the order, you know, they're a team. They go together.
Right. If you see my trash can, how much I threw away and filed and found, and now I got to put that stuff somewhere. So it's a process.
And then the memories, you start reminiscing. That's how I get caught up. You touch a thing, you're like, oh, I remember this, and now you on a whole nother path. You in your mind. Put some music on.
All right. My queens, let's give ourselves a hug.
Thank you, Lolly. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you, help. Just say hey. Ebony, say hey. Haven't heard your voices.
Yeah. Oh, lady.
Son.
You want to say hi? He abusing me. I didn't. Don't tell people that in person. I told her I didn't want to, and she still made me do it anyway.
Oh, well, that's all right. We just saying hi. You can close your eyes and say hi. Well, we'll say bye.
Yes, we're saying bye.
All right.
He went outside.
Let's give a big hug, and hug the world. You'll be all right, boo. And sprinkle all everything everybody needs with joy.
Time bath, everybody. The sun is out. Get some.
Go get out there and get some. Peace out.
Peace.